Hello, Shaky here, and welcome back to Mine Mogul. As you can see, I've made some significant changes to our map here. I've done some decoration here and got a nice little building going on. Looks pretty good. And what I've done is I've gone through every mine on the map and hooked up miners and delivered it all to the factory here. So we have every mine on the map hooked up. And what I'm doing is I'm smelting everything at each mine so that way I can reduce the amount of active physics objects, because it takes 3 iron ore to make 1 iron ingot. So by smelting them at the mine, we can reduce our physics count by basically 2/3. So we can take a look. We have 669 objects on the screen right now. And as I have everything turned off right now, so I don't know why I have that many objects, but we're going to investigate that in a second. Alright, let's run upstairs real quick and check it out. Alright, so every mine on the map comes into this top floor of the factory here. So I have basically 5 different inputs. I have one over there, grab stuff from that side of the map over there. I have one over here that grabs some stuff from over here. I have another input that comes over here. This one here. And we also have some chutes coming down from the top of the map here. They get sorted up top here and basically drop onto the correct belt. And then we have one input in the back here. So it kind of divides the flow of materials so we don't overwhelm any single belt. And basically every belt just shoots straight across the factory floor here and deposits the items on the correct belt. So this has a gold bar in it, so if a gold bar passes through here, it drops down on the gold bar and goes into the gold factory. Same thing with copper, iron, and if it makes it all the way to the other side there, this is copper or coal. The last one here is coal. It goes on this belt here. And then if it's a gem or geode, it'll just come out the end here and go on this last belt down here. So everything should be sorted out. I think it should be able to handle it. Now, like we built at the end of last episode, I have this system on all materials: gold, copper, and iron. Basically divides it into 4, routes one of them back into the input, so we basically are dividing evenly between 3 belts. And those 3 belts are all controlled by routing conveyors so that I can control the flow. I can make them all go to ingots, all go to plates, all go to rods, or any combination in between. So far it's worked out really well. We'll see how it goes with the missions. And if we pause it, we can see we have 669 active objects on the screen right now. All the mines have been turned off for a good hour or 2, so I'm not sure why I have 669 objects. I either got that much garbage laying on the ground, there's that many hidden objects that I'm missing, or I have a leak somewhere. I've run around the factory 2 or 3 times and I haven't found any leaks, so I'm guessing it's just that much garbage, but we're going to clear the physics objects and see. I know it's going to clear a lot of stuff that I want that is hidden, but that's just the way it's going to be. I haven't really focused on undiscovered secret hidden areas, so I'm probably deleting a lot of good stuff, but oh well. The only thing that's going to remain is stuff in filter baskets and chests. Everything else is going to be disappeared. But I've got everything else turned off, so it should be fine. Let's just do it. I either had 600 objects on the ground, or I had that many areas missed in hidden areas. So anyway, let's go ahead and turn the mines back on and see what happens. And then we'll just have to spend some time making sure everything has a bar in the filter basket so it goes to the correct place. Well, let's turn all the auto miners back on. And we'll see how many physics objects we have after it runs for a little bit. And then we'll start working on some missions here. The first mission we're going to work on is, actually it's at the top of the screen right now, we need some steel pipes. So we haven't set up steel yet, we're going to work on that real quick. But basically what I've done with the coal here, this is the coal belt down here. So what I've done is I've put a whole bunch of routing conveyors on this one so I can increase or decrease the amount of coal that falls off this belt. And it basically collects on the belt below it here. And then that belt gets routed down here into the building. And it comes all the way down the side here. So that coal belt comes all the way over here and just travels along the top here and goes all the way back to the iron mine. Comes down here because we have to go underneath our steps. So go underneath our steps and comes over here and down a chute which goes down to our iron mine, our iron casting room. So from here we can just put some belts in. So now we have coal coming into the furnace. So if we turn the coal line on, we'll make steel here. If we don't turn it on, we will make iron here. Let's go back up and see if our ore has arrived yet. So just gotta focus on getting these filter baskets set up because I didn't have them all set up before. So we gotta make sure stuff's going the right way, and that stuff doesn't beep at us all the time. Like, I don't know why we're getting a ton of coal on this line because we don't have any coal in the basket. So that's the first thing we're gonna fix. Okay, that's the coal belt sorted out, so any gems or geodes like this will come through and just come out in the end line here. The coal will go down through this line here. So it seems to be working. Let's try to get the steel sorted out. So we're going to use the system I have here. We're going to turn this one on here. This is going to route some of the coal down below. So it's going to move it over to that belt there, and it's going to basically fall down and go to the iron cast, which is, we don't have a whole lot of coal coming through, so we'll see if that's enough. If not, we'll flip on the second one as well. Okay, so here we are in the iron mine here. We should have some coal coming down. Okay, so that's going in the coal mine. We'll see if that generates enough coal to get it done. Let's try the iron here. So we want all the iron to come up this path here. So let's turn this one on. And then let's go ahead and block these other ones. So we're going to send this one back to the beginning, which is this one here. So that just reroutes them, sends them back up to the input. And then I also have one over here, which I can route this one. And that'll send all those back to the beginning as well. So that's going to basically force all the iron ingots to go up this hill here. With all the iron going up the hill here, we should make some steel. Looks like it's working. It's hard to see the gauge. It doesn't look like there's enough coal in there for steel. Looks like it's barely making it. Yes, that made iron, so we're going to have to probably route more coal in there. Let's go do that now. So in order to do that, I have a second one under here. We can kind of sneak under here. And I guess it's over here. Here's another one. This will definitely route enough coal to get it done. So that's going to send plenty of coal down there, so that'll turn into steel. The only thing we need for our mission right now is pipes, so let's make sure that all of it is going to the pipes. So pipes are actually this one down here, so we're going to, these are both being routed to the pipe maker, so that's good. And then we need to make sure that they're all coming down this line right here on the bottom. So in order to do that, I have a system up top here. And this is just controls what goes where. So we want it to come to this one here. No, we want it to go to this other one. Yeah, that one there will make all the... Ooh, I see what the problem is here, so this is going to turn it... We're going to have to make sure it's past that, because otherwise it's going to dump it right back under the belt. Alright, as a temporary fix, I think what we can do is delete this one here and put down a routing conveyor here. Like that, that should be good. Then we can just hit this button here. I think that'll push it right past here and just be just far enough to get past here. So let's go ahead and jump up here. And let's turn this one on. That's just send them all down this way. Yeah, let's just send them on this belt here. Nice, that's going to work there, and that should go down to the pipe maker. Let's go into our pipe maker here, and that's going to make us some steel pipes. Nice. So we should get 200 pipes relatively quickly here. Got a slight backup here, so we're not using them fast enough, but I probably shouldn't route all the ingots down here. It's going to clog up the system. Okay, so routing them all down one direction is not working because it's backing up here. We're making too many plates to handle the pipe makers, and I think if we go down here we have a problem at our smelter. Our smelter is overflowing here. Way too many ingots in there. So let's just turn one of these on to let it ease the system up. I'll send half of them down there. That'll lighten up the load on the smelter over here. That should fix that part, and then we can probably, that might actually fix this part too, because it won't make so many ingots, which will slow down this process too. So we'll give that some time and see how it pans out. All right, that quest is complete. We are still producing too many plates here, but I think I have a solution that we'll work on in a second. Let's check out the quest menu here. Let's just start with the steel menu because we have steel going. We also activate all of them actually. Gold we can activate, iron we can activate, copper we'll activate, and we'll just activate this one as well too. So that's all this whole column activated. Back to the Master of Steel here. We're going to work on, we get some plates delivered, so let's turn these off for now and let this back up. Let this clear out so I can fix it. There's that. That should fix that. Take a second to clear that out. Alright, we're going to take one of these out here, probably this one here. And we'll just put in a splitter. Something like that, and we'll just leave this one closed off. And we'll open this one up. That should split the plates more evenly. And I'm making plates and pipes there, so that's good there. Next up we need steel rods, not threaded, so we gotta turn these off. These are all making threaded rods. We can just turn this off here. This should bypass the system. That should be making all steel rods that are not threaded now. Alright, so I'm actually gonna let this make steel rods for a little bit because we do need that for the other mission here, Master of Iron rods. So once that's complete, we'll change that around. Let's go up the floor and check out the gold and the copper. Make sure we're not making threaded pipes because we don't need those for this mission. So this one is making threaded, so we don't want that. That's good there, and then we can change this one off. This one is going half and half, it looks like. We can just turn this off too. So that should bypass the system and make all regular rods. And what are we doing over here? These are keeping up just fine. So as these complete, we can change them around. So like we got plenty of coal ore now. We need crushed coal. So we should probably go put a crusher on the coal and get that going. So that is coming out right here. Alright, for the crushed coal, we'll put a crusher down over here. And we'll put this down over here. This is beeping because somehow it's got copper ore coming through there. So we're going to have to figure that out in a minute. But for now, get this fixed up. So that should be good there. Then we can just route this over to here. For now, we're just going to take it from here. That's good there. Now I can just go over here. We should be able to hit the switch here and it should divert most of it over here. It's going to toss a couple things of it over, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Get the crusher ore going. Let's figure out why we got copper ore coming through here. So that is coming from this line right here. See if we can find it. Is it coming from down here? Hard to tell where it's coming from. Definitely not from here. This is practically empty. Let's run up here real quick and see. So yeah, so this is where it's coming from right here. We have some crushed, or some clusters making it through, and they're breaking when they land. So where are those clusters coming from? This is the copper line here, so let's go follow that back. Yeah, okay, so this is the problem here. We got some overflow going on here. What's causing this? Wow, this can't keep up, that's why. We got an overflow of copper ore here. Alright, let's turn these off for a minute. Wow, look at this. This is crazy. So let's turn these off for a little bit here and get this fixed up. So that's that one. Turn this one off. Yeah, that one's turned off. And turn this one off over here. And we'll turn this one off over here. Alright, so we either need a second cluster breaker for the mine, or we need to build a frame around this so that they can't back up like this. So I think what's happening is this one dropped one at the same time as this did, and it clogged it, and then the rest of them just overflowed. Something like this. They both hit the same time, and that just clogged them right up. Let's try building a box around this thing first, then if not, I'll run back to the base and grab another cluster breaker and put that in. But for now, let's see if we can get this to work without it. Alright, we'll come back and check on that in a minute. I just realized when I put that coal crusher in, I think I hooked it up wrong, so we probably have a huge overflow going on right now. Yeah, so I just ran it right into the bottom. It needs to go into the top, so this is going to create a huge mess as well. I wonder if that's going to work. We're going to hit the ceiling. I think it's okay. There. Yes, this number wasn't going up at all. That's why I knew that was happening. So now this number's going up super fast, so we should be there in no time. I just moved that back once so this gets more, it just works better now. It's not launching it over top of the divider. So that should take all that to crushed coal. That should be fine. And we can check the missions here. We have steel. We've got plenty of steel plates done, so let's go ahead and get the steel pipes are almost done. So let's focus on steel rods and steel ingots probably. So I think steel rods should be pretty easy. We should actually just be able to switch this over. That's going to make half steel. We got to turn this one off here. So this comes down here, so we got to turn this one off. Nice. That should fix that problem. We probably want to open this one then so it doesn't overflow the system again. So that should switch it over to steel rods. Let's go check and make sure. So here comes the steel now. It's going to go into here and it's going to bypass the threaded rods because we're not making threaded rods right now. Take care of that one. The ingots we'll do after the rods are done, and the gears we'll do at the same time as the ingots. So gold we need to work on. Everything's going pretty smoothly here. Master of iron, we got plenty of iron rods, but that's because we were making it before. Now we switched it over, so we're now making iron pipes and iron plates. Yeah, so this is making iron plates, this is making iron pipes. So that should be good there. That'll work on that mission. And then copper. Copper, we need to stop making rods. Let's go up and check the copper out. copper we are done with rods. And we're almost done with plates. We just need pipes and gears. So let's concentrate on the pipes. Let's send everything over to the pipes. Alright, it looks like most of the copper is being rerouted, and the only one that's making it through is this one down here. Which probably means we're going to overwhelm the pipe maker, but let's go down there and check it out. Down the floor here. Over here we're going to switch this one over to make pipes. And unfortunately it's kind of blocked in there, you can't really see it. This is just in case anything jumps over, it'll just automatically get disposed of instead of sitting on the ground. You can kind of see in there that there's the two conveyor belts there that are holding the plates. It doesn't look like they're backed up yet. But we'll let that run for a little bit. Let's check out what else we need to do. So as soon as the pipes are done, we'll switch over to gears. So let's go buy some gears. I was working on it before and I forgot. We can inject this one. Down here, we'll just throw on the ground over here. That's interesting, it's outer space, it's floating. This one here, let's put it in here. And we'll do the same for these other two. So I think I'm coming close to the physics limit because this stuff, gravity seems not to apply anymore. Watch when I drop this. Oh, now it works. Before it was floating. But we are at 2,200 objects, so I probably have a leak somewhere. We'll have to go wander around and see. But let's get these gears done. I gotta clean out my inventory because I can only carry one item at a time right now. Machines. Gears, we'll buy 6 of these, or 4 of these. Purchase that. I don't have it in my inventory. Yeah, something's beeping upstairs, which means something's not working. So the gear's ready to go for the copper once we switch it over. Where are we at on that? So we are only 50 pipes left, and then we'll switch it over to gears. How is the steel doing? So we just need steel gears and steel ingots now, so let's go up there and switch that around. So the system works out pretty well, it just takes a little time. There's only so much ore on the map. So steel is down here, and we just want to switch it over to ingots. So to do that, we would just turn this one off here. Not that one. This one. That's gonna let all the ingots flow through here. And it's gonna come down here. And the ingots are just gonna go right up this belt here. And they just run along the top there and into the pit. So ingots should be done in no time. Alright, so my physics count is continuing to climb. We're at 2511. That number shouldn't really be going up because that should really be steady because there's only so much ore on the map. So if this number's going up, that means we have a leak somewhere. So I'm gonna run around the factory real quick and just see if I can find a big pile of ore sitting somewhere. Okay, as I suspected, it's this area again, so now the smelter is overflowing, now the crusher is working appropriately. Well, I don't know why there's all these big chunks on the floor, so they're not all getting crushed. I don't know how they're ending up all the way over here. But this definitely needs fixed. We're going to have to put a casting machine in here, which means I'm going to have to go buy some stuff. I might as well buy another cluster breaker where I'm at and just kind of redo this area. Okay, I went and got some supplies, so let's just go ahead and turn these off and let's redo this area a little bit. So let's just delete all this. Yeah, so I think we're going to take the easy way out here. We're just going to go like this. We're going to do clear physics objects. Clear all objects. Nice. Nice and clean now. It does kind of stall out the rest of the factory, but It's worth it. Alright, let's get the cluster breakers here. Let's get going first. We get up. Oh, you there. Nice to get in there. Okay, we'll go over here. Nice, let's do one here. Alright, that's all hooked up now, where our physics number is down to 1550. So, but I feel like these heavy miners make a huge difference in that number, so there's 2 of them here, so let's turn these back on. They each have their own cluster breaker now, so that should help a lot. As long as this sorter can keep up, and the crusher can keep up, the casting furnace will definitely keep up. I had to go buy molds for the casting furnace. We have 3 double molds in there, so that should be fine. Create 6 ore at a time. So it's going to burn through 36 ore at once. Alright, that seems to be keeping up. We'll let it run for a while and see though. Let's check our missions. We're cruising through them pretty well here. We have Master Gold left, which we're working on the gold ingots now. Then we'll switch these over to gears and we'll be done with that one. Master of Iron, we got to stop making steel before we can get this done. All we need is ingots and gears here, so that should be pretty easy. And the slag one we're almost done with too, so we're cruising through. It's pretty easy. So new setup seems to be working, but let's head back to the base and see if we can switch these around. Alright, so we have to stop making steel so we can start completing some of the iron here. This one here, the iron ingots and iron gears. So in order to do that, we have to turn the coal off, which we have these routing conveyors over here for. Turn this one off. And this one off. Yes, that turns the coal off to the steel. It's going to take a minute to clear that out. In the meantime, we need gears and gears and ingots. So let's go see what we're producing down there. I can't remember where we left it at. So we left it at gears, so that's fine. So we'll just make sure these are all making gears. We can't really deliver any more of these because it's already full, as you can see. Barely keeping up. Gold is just about done. We'll switch it over to gears. Let's go make sure we have gear. Let's make sure we have gear molds at the gold mine. So we don't have anything in here right now. Buy 3 gears and 3 double ingots. 77 grand. And see how many of these I can carry. So there's one more thing we can get rid of that. We can carry one more item. Let's get rid of this casting furnace for now. Big box. Should be this one. So we have 3 iron ingot molds and 3 gear molds, and now we can run up to the gold mine. Oh boy. I'd say we have a little too much copper being delivered. Go and put the gears in here. Is it time to switch it yet? It is time to switch it, so let's run upstairs and reroute the gold into the casting furnace. The ingot one should definitely go in there. We shouldn't be putting it here, we should be putting it next to it. That should be good there. Let me fall down there, yes. So I'll make us gears right now. And in the meantime, I'll go fix this over here. I guess for now we'll just reroute some of the copper. What are we working on here? Copper's done. Switching to iron. Let's go make sure iron switched over, and then we'll probably end the episode, and I'll finish this up in between. So I believe those are iron gears now. There's no coal coming in down below here. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. That's a look at my factory, and in between episodes I'll see if I can squeeze a second casting furnace in here so that we can make double the production. So we definitely have the ingots for it, as witnessed by the copper and the iron in this episode. Gold, I don't feel like we have enough gold on the map to get a second furnace going. But copper, definitely. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.